We can ride around this dump and watch bearded beauties try to dunk while witnessing the woke media be a disgrace. They're still jealous of Katie. Hey, jealousy. Oh, the jealousy. The bitterness towards Caitlin Clark. It is still prevalent at the worldwide leader in woke. Now, I'm going to give the anonymous dump divers in the WNBA a little bit of credit. I'm sure you guys have noticed over the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, the jealousy, the bitterness throughout the WNBA. It has been tempered. It's been subdued. To their credit, the anonymous pretenders, they have done their best to shift the focus of fans and the media to pretend basketball. And I use the term fans very loosely here. Even though the media wants you to believe that the WNBA is exploding in popularity, I don't think WNBA fans exist. Now, you got Caitlin Clark fans. You have over 1 million people watching Katie Root on television, while the rest of the league struggles to draw flies to a fresh turd. But to their credit, though, to their credit, WNBA players, they have tried to shift the focus to basketball. There's just one problem, one tiny problem. The attention seekers in the woke media, more specifically, the latest to be afflicted with the addiction to attention, Monica McNutt, they can't let the drama go. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. For 5, maybe 6 weeks, it seemed like we were talking about Caitlin Clark and the WNBA damn near every day here on the channel. There was a reason for that. Caitlin Clark is box office. Most of my best performing videos from May and maybe the first 2 weeks of June, they were videos on Caitlin Clark. Maybe 1 or 2 videos on Angel Reese. And I wasn't the only one taking advantage of this. The mainstream media, they exploited the situation for clicks and views as well. But here is the difference. You see, once the gossip and drama declined in the WNBA and the focus shifted towards basketball, I moved on to other topics. A better way of saying that would be I moved on to more interesting topics. I know my audience. I know you guys don't want to see analytical breakdowns of airballed layups and so-called professional basketball players failing to catch wide open passes that were easily caught by the dude napping in the front row. And speaking of dudes in the front row, did you guys see Shannon Sharpe the other night at that WNBA game? Hey, it's me, Shay. I believe Caitlin Clark was playing the Las Vegas Anonymous Faces. There was a picture taken of the grown man who calls himself Shay, and he's sitting in the front row wearing a purse. If anyone has a logical explanation as to why a grown man, even a grown man who calls himself Shay, if anyone has a logical explanation as to why a grown man would wear a purse, let me know in the comments below. Well, KC, maybe he was holding the purse for one of the WNBA players. Oh, no. No, I don't think WNBA players carry purses. I think they carry wallets. But anyway, once the drama and the gossip subsided, most content creators moved on from talking daily about the WNBA. For most of us, we can generate views and traffic from a variety of topics. Earlier this week, for example, we discussed the Yentas on The View, and the video pulled over 100,000 views. But the 1 or 2 people that cover the WNBA for a living, who also happen to be stricken with the addiction to attention, the WNBA drawing less mainstream interest, that is no bueno. That is bad for business. Which might explain why Monica McNutt did what she did this morning. Well, Casey, who in the hell is Monica McDonald? Yeah, that's my point. Earlier this afternoon on the channel Discord server, one of my channel members asked what the second topic was going to be today. When I told him about Monica McNutt, he had already forgotten who the hell she was. All it took was 3 weeks for Monica to return to anonymity. 3 weeks for Monica to be completely forgotten. Last month, for the first time in her career, Monica McNutt, she was receiving mainstream attention. It all started when she lectured Stephen A. Smith on First Take, his own show, about the lack of attention that he gives to the WNBA dump. There was a small insinuation of misogyny in Monica McNutt's passionate sermon. Even though she appears on First Take, she obviously doesn't watch the show or pay attention while she's on it. Not only does Stevie not watch the WNBA, he doesn't watch any of the sports really that ESPN pays him millions of dollars to cover. NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, the NHL, UFC. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen A. Smith forgot about the NHL's existence. Monica McNutt, she was able to parlay this passionate lecture into an appearance on The Daily Show, formerly known as The Daily Show of Failure. In the show, it is still a huge embarrassing failure unless it's being hosted by Jon Stewart. Monica McNutt, she was receiving so much mainstream attention based on her using Caitlin Clark, she was given the honor of appearing with Jon Stewart. They didn't book her with Charlemagne the Frog. They didn't book her with Travis Noah. For a brief moment, Monica was so important, she was speaking with Jon Stewart. That kind of attention can be very addictive, especially when you're not used to getting noticed. Monica McNutt has worked in the media for years. No one noticed, no one cared. As soon as she started defending WNBA players for attacking Caitlin Clark, all of a sudden, Monica is a mainstream star. Problem is, Monica McNutt, she didn't even get to experience a full 15 minutes of fame. She got 15 seconds. Once the hysteria died down, Monica McNutt returned to anonymity and breaking down film of unknown WNBA players airballing shots in empty high school gyms. Monica McNutt completely disappeared from the mainstream until today. Earlier this morning, Monica, she was either guest hosting or she was a guest on Get Up. They were debating back and forth about who should be Rookie Dump Diver of the Year in the WNBA. What? Why? Is this even up for debate? I thought the choice was rather obvious. They're going to have to rename the award from Rookie Dump Diver of the Year to Rookie of the Year, and the first and only winner should be Caitlin Clark. Not according to Monica McNutt, though. No! According to Mona, even though she is the odds-on favorite by a wide margin, there's no way Caitlin Clark can be Rookie of the Year. The honor of the best rookie dump diver, it should be given to Angel Reese. Why? Watch for yourself.
My Rookie of the Year is going to go based on the standings.
Okay.
Because I think that is how you have the opportunity to measure impact.
And the sky's right above them.
And the Sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese. Look, the double-double streak that she's rocking and rolling, chasing down, 12 double-doubles to start is the record that spanned over 2 seasons. She's already gotten to 11. I think when you sit back and you look at what's around her, head coach Teresa Weatherspoon in her first year, there's not another #1 draft pick on that roster currently. There's not another all-star on that roster currently from years past. Indiana, they are building blocks.
Yeah.
Aaliyah Boston, Rookie of the Year, #1 pick last year. Obviously, Caitlin Clark this year. Kelsey Mitchell has had big-time seasons over the course of her career. So there's more there in terms of the supporting cast around Caitlin, but both of them have been incredibly impressive. And I think those odds don't really indicate how close this race is.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now look, I know I am no expert when it comes to pretend basketball. I don't watch the WNBA. If I have nothing else to do, I will watch Caitlin Clark, but I ignore the rest of the league. So I'm not sure about the qualifications for awards in the dump, but I do know how it works in the NBA. I know for a fact, team records have absolutely nothing to do with Rookie of the Year. Why? Because most rookies qualifying to win the award, they're playing for bad teams. There's a reason that Victor Wembanyama was drafted by the Spurs. They suck. There's a reason that Caitlin Clark was drafted by the Indiana Felines. They suck. Team records, those are considered for MVP voting, but they're not considered for Rookie of the Year. And Monica McNutt, she knows this. She played basketball. She's been covering real basketball in the NBA for years while also covering pretend basketball in the WNBA. Monica McNutt knows team records aren't considered. The only reason she said this was to get noticed. And to her credit, It worked. That clip I just showed you, it has been viewed over 9 million times on Twitter. For another brief moment, very brief moment, Monica McNutt cured her craving for attention. But since Monica wants to waste time talking about awards that no one cares about in a league that no one cares about, let me go ahead and tell you why Caitlin Clark should be Rookie of the Year, League MVP, number one in All-Star voting, All-Star Game MVP, WNBA Finals MVP, even if she doesn't make the finals. Hell, every award in the WNBA, it should be given to Caitlin Clark. Why? Over the last 30 years, there have been thousands of players in the WNBA, thousands of women who struggled to fill high school gyms, thousands of players who failed to get themselves and the league noticed. Hell, Bob Griner, she had to spend 10 months vacationing in Mother Russia with Vlad Puder just to get some mainstream recognition. There's been one player in the history of this league that was able to achieve what many thought was impossible, myself included, and elevate the WNBA into the mainstream. Caitlin Clark. Now look, I'm not taking anything away from Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a phenomenal basketball player, but she's not box office. I know that's an unpopular opinion with her supporters. I know that hurts their feelings, but the truth does not give a shit about your feelings. If Angel Reese was a draw, the Chicago Bravado, they would be playing every game on national television. Only time Angel Reese is on national TV when she's playing Caitlin Clark, and the same can be said for the rest of the league. I don't care about stats. I damn sure don't care about the standings or winning percentages. Caitlin Clark should be the Rookie of the Year, not for what she is accomplishing on the court. She should be given the award for what she accomplished off the court. For the first time ever, Caitlin Clark made the WNBA relevant. Truth is, though, Monica McNutt, she doesn't want Caitlin Clark to win the award for obvious reasons. It's the same reason she was bitter last month when she was complaining about Caitlin Clark receiving all the mainstream attention, while the other 99% of the league remained anonymous. It all goes back to race. It pisses off Monica McNutt that it took a white player to get people to pay attention to a league that went unnoticed for 30 years. It's as simple as that. But give me your thoughts on this. Monica McNutt claims that Caitlin Clark should not be Rookie of the Year because her winning percentage is lower than Angel Reese. Of course, there's a logical explanation for that. Caitlin Clark has played more games. She's actually won one more game than Angel Reese to this point in the season. Why does Monica McNutt constantly feel the need to downplay Caitlin Clark? Also, who do you think should win Rookie of the Year? I think the obvious choice is Caitlin Clark for elevating the entire league, but do you think it should be given to Angel Reese? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. Appreciate your support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.